Regulating oneself. How do we do that? Well, if we think about a car, if the battery is not working good, is the car going to work good? The lights are going to flicker. The car doesn't have enough juice to go. Even though all the other compartments is working, it's not working where it should be. Well, you stick around, you'll see how my brain injury caused me not to be properly regulated. Thanks for stopping by my channel. I'm Astra, and this is Astra's brain injury. So, got my trusty paper and pen, y'all. And so, let's see. Now we know our brains is the capital. It is the command center. And when you have a brain injury, who's the second in command? I don't know. Who's the first in command? We know our brains. Well, if our brains is not working right, what's going to happen? Well, let's see. Let me give you some of the things that was not being regulated by my brains. Now, when my brain injury began, it was like everything was just all over the place. My hearing was through the roof. It's like I had Superman hearing, y'all. And I was like, what? You can hear everything, and then your brains is throwing in a remix of adding ding, 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 ding in your ears. You're not able to walk. So your brains is like, sorry, not today. You can't walk. You're not going to talk properly. Sleep? What's that? Don't know. So when now I'm trying to sleep, all of a sudden, ding, 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 ding. I'm hearing a ding, ding, ding in my ear, like my alarm is going off. And then now I can't sleep. There was days where I could not sleep. So my regulation for my sleep, pew, through the door, y'all. It was through the door. And, there was many times I wanted to sleep and I could not sleep. So I was surviving off of an hour, 2 hours of sleep a day, which is just insane when I think about that. But I mean, your brain's is like, oh, you good, and you're not good. And so because your brain is being, I don't want to say, but let's akin it to it. It's like it's a rebel. I'm going to do what I want. And it really does do what it wants. And then now everybody else is trying to scramble in your body. Your senses is trying to scramble. Wait a minute. Whoa, 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 whoa. Is my vision? I can't see properly. I got double vision. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And your hearing is like, whoa, 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 whoa. I'm hearing ding, 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 ding in my ear. What alarm is going off? And then when you're trying to put the words out of your mouth, you're getting yik, ya, la, la, wah. Like just nonsense. So because the main character in this play of yours called your brains is not working properly, it can't regulate everything else. It's unable to. It is really unable to regulate because, as I said, y'all, I remember just an hour or two of sleep, and then your body is going to crash afterwards, because many times where I'm sitting, and we're talking, family's talking, or I may be talking. I don't know when I was out. I don't know when that happened. I'm being driven to my appointment, and They are talking to me and I am listening. I know my eyes is just going big now. I am listening, but yet my brains is like, that's too much now, y'all. Too much. Boom. I'm out. And I don't know when these things happen. I'm getting a massage. Don't know when that happened. Do not know when any of these things happen. Because as I said, you're unable to regulate something that was regulated already. And it's hard to come to terms when you cannot regulate yourself, where your brains can't do it. It's, I don't want to say it's like a wayward child, but almost in a way, it's like a wayward child is gone. And it's like, woohoo, I'm gone. And everybody else better try and catch up, but you can't. You really can't. I could not. Really, I could not. And even my emotions was not regulated at all, in the sense that, I could be doing something and all of a sudden I'm just going to burst out into tears crying. Like, I'm sure you all have heard the example. I was looking for the syrup for what seemed like for an eternity, and I could not find it. And when my oldest, I said, do you know where the syrup is? And the syrup was literally in front of me, but yet my brains could not regulate with my eyes, and they're both having a conversation that is working. And we're like, you know what? We're seeing it. All right, this is it. And identifying it, could not do that. And when my son put his hands on it and is turning it over and showing me, Mom, this is the syrup. Like, I just burst out into tears. So again, I say, when your brains is damaged with a brain injury, you cannot, I shouldn't say you, I could not regulate these different things. It's like I said, my emotions, I have found that it was just all over the place. Like, I could just, I mean, you watch something and you get touched. You're hearing somebody give a testimony or a story, and you feel for them. But for me, this was more than that, because you would bring me some water, I could begin to cry just for that. And there's nothing, when you think about it, like, you or I, not you or I, but I mean, you think about it, you're like, why would you cry over some water? Like, that don't make no sense. But as again, I said, your brains is like the wayward child, and it is doing whatever it wants to do. And it's not being regulated at all. So your emotions is all over the place. Your speaking is all over the place because you feel you're making sense. Well, I felt I was making sense. And, I'm having a conversation, my family like, and I'm not making any sense. And then now I get exhausted from thinking I'm making sense and thinking about the conversation and trying to spit it out of my mouth. I get exhausted. And next thing you know, Astra's gone, or Astra is, I'm out. So there is many things, many, not things, but many challenges. I had a lot of challenges, y'all. Just a whole heap. I mean, I still have challenges up to this day, and it has been double digit years now. And so, just simple things, like even how your tongue forms in your mouth when you are saying your words. Like, I had to learn again how to speak. I had to learn again how to swallow. It's something as simple, like you don't even think about, oh, let me put some water to my head and drink, and you know, and you swallow and it's gonna go down the right spot. No, because my brain injury, it caused the information going out to all the other parts of my body now. There is disconnect. So some is trying to jump over to here to get that information, and it's not going. They're jumping and they're falling. So this one here is like, whoa, I thought you were sending me some information, but no, nothing like that. So it, it's, I can tell you for me at that time, it felt very, very daunting. It felt like I was never going to get out of that. Like, it's, I akin it to like you're drowning in the water. You're in the water, just throw you out into the water, and you don't know how to swim. Thank goodness I know how to swim, y'all. But you get my drift. You don't know how to swim, so your arms is flaying all over the place. You're falling down into the water. You're gulping in water, and you help, and you can't get the help that you need. So your brains is not working in the way that it's supposed to work. And so a lot of times there is a lot of challenges that may go over your head. A lot of sayings may go over your head. A lot of things, situations may go over your head. Like if you had a situation, like somebody did something to you, and your brains is like, whatever, I don't, whatever, so it's not holding on to that information. It may hold on to that information, but it's put it somewhere, like it has dropped it into a black hole. And it's like, well, if you want to find it, find your way to the black hole. How you going to find it? You're not going to find it nowhere. And so somebody could have said something to you. You could have said something to somebody, and you don't remember it, or you don't remember what they've said to you. And the thing is, you going about your business and not knowing what transpired between, you know, y'all. So this not being able to regulate is a very real and present thing. And it's a very scary thing because, again, as I said, you don't know. You and this individual may have had words, exchanged words, and you don't know, wait a minute, why are they behaving like this? And they could be thinking in their head, she's just, you know, they're just playing. They're trying to play me for a fool. This is what you could be thinking. Well, you know, this is what could be thought of when they are, you know, seeing how you're behaving. Like you're behaving like everything is, you know, right as rain. There ain't nothing wrong. But they're just like, girl, you mad. Why you acting like this? When you know exactly what it is that you said, but you don't even know. Because you don't even remember. And that part of that conversation, poof, disappeared. So when your brains is regulated, we know, okay, I just saw this car zoom by. I was like, whoa, that guy was going too fast. That's put into our brains and we remember it. But when you have this brain injury now, that car could have gone by. You don't even see that car go by. And somebody could turn to you and be like, hey, didn't you see that car? And you're like, what car? And they're like, what? You mean to tell me you didn't just see that car that just sped by there very fast? You're like, no. So even though you are seeing, it's like we're playing peekaboo. Peekaboo, peekaboo. That's what your brains is like. This is what it's like. And so, I mean, what can you say? Truly, what can one say? I mean, all I can say is it is not easy, y'all. And just try and be patient with yourself, because I know where I've come from. I'm I'm sure y'all have heard me say I'm not a patient individual. I'm patient, yes, but I'm not a patient. I like to know, deet, 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 microwave, boom, done. This is not the days of the Pinkertons where things moved that slow like that. Or no, not even the Pinkertons, like snail mail, as we would say, that things didn't move that slow. We can deet, 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 boom, done. That's what I like. But I'm in that moving slow, but just, just to go back again and just to let you all know, it's not easy when your brains is damaged and everything is not regulated properly and in accordance to how it should be, because it throws everything off from your it throws from your sleep, from your walking to your talking to your vision to your speaking to your emotions, even like the bathroom, just even anything. It just throws your entire body out into the deep of the ocean until you swim back to shore. And you find it trying to swim, but you can't swim. This is how it is. And it's like you go in an uphill battle when you've got a brain injury. Sorry. And so that's my cue now for me to say, because my throat is getting really dry now, y'all. But it is, I would just say, just try and be patient with yourself. Try and be patient with yourself. Sorry. And when you be patient with yourself, any little piece, like, oh, I remembered that I have a black shirt. You remember that. Run with that. Because trust me, there are times where I'm like, you look in your closet, I'm like, whose is this? Like, I don't even remember that I'm the one that purchased this. Like, things just like that. And it still happens to this day. I'm like, oh, what's this? Where did this come from? Oh, this is nice. I like that. You know? And not realizing it is yours. Oh, you bought that. Oh, so you're gonna, well, not you. I had a lot of that. I don't know if this is something that is happening with you and you will be experiencing this, but as I said, that regulation of your brains when it is off kilter, it's a very real and prevalent thing for me. Anyways, but I will see, because my mind's already done getting but I will definitely see you in the next video. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and to share. If you are the one that's going through this, let me know. And maybe, I have something that I can tell you about and be like, oh, I look up in my notes and see. Not my notes, but my little journal. That's another thing. And if you keep a journal, then you're able to see, ooh, I did not remember this, and this, but I'm remembered that, so it's something for you that you'll be able to look back on, you know, it's just a thought. So with that, I will definitely see you in the next video, and I shall say bye.